Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the last day of the challenge Spin the Globe and Draw. Welcome back. How are you guys? So, yeah, today is the last day, and I'm so happy that I made up to this point. I finished so far 13 drawings, and this will be the 14th one. And originally, I thought I will finish this in a longer time because I maybe wanted to do like a break in between. But I'm very proud of myself that I carry on without interruptions until today. And I'm a bit sad as well that this is gonna finish, but I'm pretty sure in the future, I think I will do something, another session or something like this. Not immediate future, but at some point I will do another session. And yeah, let me guys know if you enjoy this challenge, this monthly challenge that I'm doing every 2 days. Let me guys know your feedback and what would you improve, what you like and what you didn't. So yeah, it's a constant learning for me. This live drawing itself is a new thing for me, and I learned a lot how to talk when I'm drawing. And let me know if you guys liked the content I'm doing in the past month. And yeah, let me know in the comments on Instagram, and feel free to interact with me. I would like to have more feedback for the next challenge I will do in the future if I do. And probably it's gonna be something maybe slightly different. I don't know now, but I had some ideas in mind. So yeah, with your support, I will have more confidence to do that again, because yes, without you guys, without your support, your messages, I wouldn't be brave enough to talk to like in live. Basically, I'm talking to no one, but with you guys, I feel like I'm talking with someone. So yeah, it's everything is thanks to you guys. So yeah, thanks very much for submitting this your locations and your drawings. Keep submitting it, and of course I didn't choose like every drawing. Sorry, every location that I received because of course for the numbers of the day I have in my like that I can do drawings. But also some of the location that you sent, I've been there already. So I preferred to do something to draw somewhere I haven't been before. That's the always the premise of this challenge. So without further ado, exciting challenge number 14. Today is the day number 14, and the location, the last location of this challenge is from Emanuele Renzi that submitted a magnificent location in Rome. I hope you guys can see on YouTube. You can see the image on the top left corner above my face. Oh, if you have noticed, I got the haircut to celebrate the last day of challenge. Yeah, and today location is Rome. It's one of the neighborhoods in the city center. I will raise this my iPad a little bit. So it's a it's a very interesting neighborhood. I've never been in there. I've been in Rome, but this one is a neighborhood towards quite close to the city center. And despite the image, this neighborhood is not that old as you can imagine. Well, at least this is why I've learned from internet. This is actually a complex of building built in the early 19th century by the architect Coppede. Hence, the whole neighborhood is called the Quartiere Coppede. And it's like a group of a very different building, very eclectic style, which means a mix of architectural feature from different ages. For example, the drawing that we are gonna do today is a is essentially it's called the Villini delle Fate, which translates in the villas, little villas of little fairy villas. So because it almost comes out from a fairy tale or something. So has a mix of the Florentine Renaissance loggia type of style. You can see here. You have some frescoes as well on the facade. A lot of decoration that reminds the Renaissance in Florence. These are all loggias, so it's a really rich architectural style, eclectic. So I think the architect just had a lot of fun rebuilding what he probably liked most. So yeah, it's quite interesting. I like in this image that this architecture is hidden behind this pine. This is a Rome type of pine. I don't know how to. It's Mediterranean. Oh my God, I can't pronounce this word. Mediterranean pine, which has a very high crown on top and a very long branch. So yeah, I really like this type of trees, and when I go to Rome, I always try to put in my sketches. And then you have this fountain in the foreground. So it's a very complex building from the first sight. But I want to keep this sketch relatively short. So today I want to challenge myself to maybe draw from one point and just expand my drawing instead of build up the structure, the perspective lines first, and then go over with ink. Because sometimes with this type of building, this such a complex building, the best thing to do maybe is just to do bit by bit. So you complete one part and then go to another one. And maybe you can come back later and refine the details. Yeah, so let's start. Guys, say hi if you are watching this video. I'm watching. I'm looking at the chat to see who is there. Ed, welcome back. Thank you very much. It was fun. Yeah, I really enjoyed. I hope you enjoyed as well, because you've been there every day. So yeah, you are the one of the top fan of this YouTube channel. So thank you very much for your support. Guys, say hi on YouTube as well, or on Instagram. Yeah, tell me where you watching from, and if you what's your opinion of this like challenge of the month. It's a long challenge, so did you like it? Did you enjoy it? Or you have anything any idea that you want to share to how to improve it as well? Daniel Bosga, thank you very much. You've been watching all these streams as well, and I hope you like the daily challenges. Tell me what your thoughts about the locations and the way maybe you want to maybe improve how we select the location. But that being said, let's get started. It's Sunday. It's a very sunny day today in London. I really enjoy today. I went out and sketched. I did few sketches yesterday, and I really enjoyed the weather. As I was in Trafalgar Square, and it was extremely crowded. And you will see, I did some drawings, some sketches of the people. I will post that as soon as I can. I think between today and tomorrow. Um, Hi, the Walking Z. I'm from Istanbul. Simplify complex building. It's something I want to improve. Good. Good to hear you. Thank you for the message. And that's exactly, I think it's the most difficult task for an artist, just to simplify to the point that you can express with the least amount of components what you want to say. So it's extremely difficult task and requires a lot time to master. I think that's there are artists that are really skillful, but then they spend half of their life just to master to simplify their style. I think I'm in this stage as well. I want to simplify my drawings as well. Sometimes I think it's still very it's too complex. But yeah, I think every stages of your artistic life, let's say, you will have different opinion of your work. So your style will constantly change. So that's normal to have new new ideas and new ideas to how to improve your style to meet your expectation. So I think this is how we how we become, how we improve, how we learn as well. So for the drawing of today, as usual, I have my fountain pen, Montblanc Meisterstuck 146 with mystery black ink and medium nib on a Fabriano A5 page sketchbook. And for today's drawing, I will go back to my portrait format because I think it's nice to catch this scenery, maybe crop this a little bit on the side and enhance the verticality of this composition of the tower and yeah, I think it would be nice to have to catch the entire height of this building and maybe cropped on the side a little bit. But let me guys know what do you think, and feel free also to do something different if you prefer to draw this in portrait in sorry landscape, or feel free to do it. I think they both can become interesting composition. So, as I said, I want to start with a point and just expand my drawing little by little, like piece by piece. I sometimes think this is the quickest way to do a drawing without thinking too much at composition. Of course, I have a rough idea of what I want to draw. So with this style, with this way to draw, the most important thing is to control the size of your first item, because from that you will generate the whole drawing. So what I want to start with is to near the horizon line. So I want to put this horizon line slightly on the lower third of the page, so it will be here, and then so the horizon line is roughly here, although there is no people in this image. You can still guess where the eye level is, where your eye level is, because the person who did the picture probably is in the same level of the sidewalk here. And then if you measure roughly, the human height is normally below this bush. This is a gate, so maybe it's somewhere in here. So halfway in the middle of this column. So you can sort of guess it. So I will start with this fence, actually. I want my tower slightly on the the right hand side, and then I want to put some text in this empty area of the sky. So if this is your tower in here, and maybe the tower, yeah, goes up to here, but I still want to catch some tree here, so maybe it will be slightly in the middle. And hi, Chala. I will be sketching together from London. Yes, welcome, and let's do this. Are you drawing with ink or with pencil first? Guys, if you're sketching with me, feel free to use pencil if you want to like draw like a sketch before and see how it looks and then go over with ink. Or feel free, you can use any other type of medium. You can use pencil or watercolor. Yeah, you don't have to do in pen. So if this is the line of this this tower, my element is slightly, my column here of the fence is slightly on the right, so it's here. And then roughly, yeah, I would draw it with this size, because you can see one. So this is the column, 1 2 1 2 3 4 5 6, is 6 times is 1/6 of the height of the tower. 2 3 4 5 6. Probably the tower is slightly outside from the frame, so I will lower this a little bit. And yeah, this is the starting point of my drawing. But feel free to compose this drawing as you would do normally, with the perspective, structure, and everything else. And yeah, as I said before, it's an incredible day. This couple of days in London has been really sunny and perfect weather to go out. And actually on Saturday, I've seen many people's drawing actually um, in London. I actually joined a some friends from the group on Saturday, and there was an amazing sketch crawl outside. So I want to draw the fence first in here. The gate, it's roughly here. And this fountain I found on the internet is called the Fountain of Frogs, because look at here. You actually can see frogs. These are frogs. Looks like a fairy tale. Looks like an amusement park almost, but actually people are living there. The entire neighborhood is a residential neighborhood, and these are actually um, like people houses. People are living in the fairy tale. That's amazing. um, I'm on digital today. Oh, nice. I haven't tried to do this digitally. Maybe the next challenge, I will do something on iPad as well. But well done, Chala. Um, yeah, I hope you will enjoy doing this on iPad. What software are you using? Are you using Procreate or Photoshop? Let me know. And anyone else has done any drawing on iPad? What's your experience? I find drawing with iPad, at least I have an iPad, the old iPad, and the pen that comes with the iPad, the Apple Pen, actually is pretty good, but the grip of the pen um, is quite not like the feeling when you are holding the pen is not quite like a real pen, and also the contact with the screen has different feelings. So I I felt that drawing with iPad is slightly different, but I tried the new iPad Pro with the new Apple Pen, and I think they improved a lot the experience, the pen experience of this iPad. So maybe when I will have an iPad Pro, the new one, I will, yeah, I will do more sketches. So here there are a lot of signs. Yeah. So I want to get the height of this element right first. I want to get the sign in. This parking sign. But drawing with iPad has a lot of advantages. Like when I'm working and I have to do like color sketches of something, iPad really offer a lot of advantages because you can change stuff when you're drawing, and that is just really useful when you're drawing architecture elements and in the middle of the drawing you want to change something or scale something, and when you're on iPad you can do basically like you have unlimited options to change your drawing. So I think that is one of the elements. That is one of the things that is worth to make it worth to have an iPad and draw on iPad. And also the apps, the softwares on iPad or other platforms, other computers are getting better and better. So the result, like some of the thing you can do on Procreate is amazing. It looks like a real oil painting or watercolor or stuff like that. Yeah, so here I need to be really careful. I want to catch all these elements, but detach a little bit from the fence. So I don't want to attach everything to the midground. I will leave some gap between the building and the bushes in front. So in here, yeah, this composition is not e easy. It's not one of the easy um, one in this month's challenge. But I enjoy it when it's not that easy because it stretch your limit and let you learn in the process. You learn only from uh, the experience when you do difficult things. Has a lot of detail and can give you a lot of richness in the drawing, but also can make your drawing harder to read if you don't pay attention. And what I want to catch in here is is the shadows of these architectural elements. So yeah, it's roughly here. I think all these little windows are quite key to give character to this composition. So I want to catch all of them. At least this is how I would do. Everyone has his own way to express elements in their drawing, I think. Okay, so I will draw all the outline first. So when I'm drawing piece by piece, the key things to keep in mind is the proportion. So basically, when you're drawing something, you always want to refer to some other things you've drawn and always have in the back of your head like what is the scale related to the drawing you're drawing, the elements you are referring. For example, this element here is slightly higher, like almost 45-degree to this the top of the arch, and then you can then draw and know how big you want to draw it. Okay, and then so I want to catch these two windows on top in here. It's roughly the height. And then you have another window here. Yeah, some of them I will go straight with the shading inside. And you have this roof element. Yeah, and here the amount of decoration is crazy. So I want to be careful, like not to draw every single element. Maybe I will start with highlighting the architecture elements first and leave the decoration on the wall, because drawing all of them is crazy. You will probably kill the architectural detail if you exaggerate with them. I want still to be able to read the architecture in here. And the different components in this facade. Yeah, I think I want to do this first. And these two elements. And I'm in this roof now, so I want to keep the perspective line and draw the shadow of the roof, because then here I've got my tower. So I think roughly compositionally I'm all right. I left enough space for the tower. So I want to draw that first. So here I've got there is a little tree here. I think is a good way to frame this side of the drawing. So I want to frame it for now and leave it. And and let's go back to the tower. So it's roughly here. There is another little roof here. These roofs are great for the composition because they just put area of interest, like of shaded, like a dark area in this composition, which provides interest and break the flat facade. So it's always good to have some element that is cantilevered, that are projected from the wall, projected or recessed as well. For example, in this case, you have this nice little window which is recessed, so you have a lot of shadow, and that give you another interest point for the eyes. And then in here, you have this semi arch. It's almost like a Gothic facade. It's like an arch, like a supporting structure of a Gothic cathedral. And this goes up. And you have the roof of the loggia. Here's up to here. And then you have these elements that goes up until the top roof of the tower. And then you have the tower elements as a triangular roof shape. And the tower is recessed a little bit. Yeah, it's roughly like that. Kind of. Not far from this, so and then you have this top, the pole on the top. I won't draw them in detail. I normally just put some dots, some bubbles as well on top. I think it's enough. So yeah, quite happy how this came out. And then yeah, let's carry on with the lower part of the roof. So this follows the perspective line until here. And I'm using still the proportion method. Basically, this side is almost the same, has almost the same width of the other side, maybe slightly larger. So this will be roughly the same of this. I think measuring the elements that you want to draw with other elements nearby is always a good way to do to drawing things in proportion. So got this. Okay, so I think this is all right. Let me add just a few other details here. I'm giving a try to Adobe Fresco. I think one of my colleague, Jamie, is using um, Adobe Fresco, and I saw an incredible potential in that software. The way you can do watercolor is mental. Like I mean, it's real, like a real watercolor when you draw something on the iPad, because Fresco will simulate how the watercolor expands in on the paper, and it's amazing. And the amazing thing is, like you have the same effects of the watercolor when you draw, but you can change. The thing about watercolor in real life is that you cannot control how the color will spread. I mean, you can know in advance roughly which direction and intensity you want to charge in a specific point, but you won't be able to predict exactly how the watercolor will behave on the paper. But the thing about iPad is now you can change. If something went wrong, you can literally press undo and it will undo your mistake. So yeah, I'm really impressed about that color, that software. Well, it's not a software, it's an app. But you know what I mean. And although many people will say watercolor is all about the unpredictability of your drawing, so you always draw something that you don't know. And the good thing about this is with this way you never have to things with the same type of strokes or something. So yeah, I think apps and software can replicate until a certain amount the human behavior and how artists will draw their their work. So I think yeah, in the near future, artists will still probably want to draw with a traditional method, the traditional way to draw. But I think iPad gives a lot of new potential if you want to draw architecture drawings or digital drawings as well. Some effects are really cool. Um, so I'm giving a bit of shadow shading in here already. And then now that I've reached the top and I'm roughly happy about the composition, I can draw some other elements, and then I want to draw this spine and frame it. But before that, I want to draw maybe this a piece of this fountain in here. And a piece of this frog. Fountain is roughly here. Okay, I think that's enough for now, and I want to frame it. Yeah, I want to frame it all the way, maybe. And I will frame this part as well. And I will keep the text within the frame. So essentially, the frame is a continuous frame that frames all the way around, a part of the top of this building. So I can somehow make this building highlight the height of this tower a little bit more by like making the top of the roof pop out from the frame. So I think this way you can almost suggest like a sense of like enhance the sense of the height of the building. And also, I'm thinking this part probably I don't want to compete. I don't want to draw the text and then the text will compete too much with this the roof that is popping out from the frame. So I want to leave these parts quite clean. And maybe for this drawing, I will put the text in the bottom in this part of the composition. I think that will work better because give some weight to the bottom and give more breath to the top. What do you think, guys? And what's your thoughts? Would you do this, or would you put the text on the top, or you won't put any text at all? Let me know, guys. And for the next challenges, maybe after at some point, if I will do another one, I was thinking like a few ideas to like how to make the challenges more interactive. I will run a series of surveys on Instagram with some of these ideas. For example, one of the ideas was instead of sorry, choosing the location and me selecting the location, um, I was thinking that I could buy a globe, a real globe. This challenge is called Spin the Globe and Draw. And one of the downside is that there is no globe at all in this challenge. So no one has seen this globe. And one idea is to actually buy a globe and spin around this this thing in my hand, and then select a few spots, and then you guys choose which one to draw. I think that would be maybe simpler rather than people submitting me locations. Um, I think, yeah, maybe that could work better and could be more fun and do justice to the name of this challenge. What do you think, guys? And if you have nice ideas how to improve this challenge, please let me know. Um, so I will draw a pine here for now, and I want more branches. I like how these long branches are expressed in the drawing. I really want to express more, even though in the pictures are different. Um, yeah, I think I'm quite happy. So now I want to go back to the top of the tower. I will draw details from the top to the bottom. So this is the second round of detailing this building. I really want to catch these two windows and a hint of the decoration on top. I've got this small window, and then I want to catch all the shadows now. So this here is quite dark. So underneath this pergola, it's basically completely dark. And here as well. And yeah, let's draw some more detail on the edge of this building. I wonder if the architects of this building came out with all these details, or like maybe the builder just kept adding more details afterwards when the building was already completed. So maybe the building was different, was designed um, like with a simpler style, and then someone else just added the detail. But maybe not. Maybe the architect just draw everything. Maybe he was just sitting in front of his desk and did a sketch similar to what we are doing today, and just go and be creative on the facade. It's incredible. This amount of detail is crazy. Normally, if you go to Florence or Venice, these type of places, like where you find this type of architecture, you can see a lot of variety of building with different loggias, different balconies. They are all different because they have been done by different people and in different times as well. That's the reason why they are all different. But in this case, everything here in this neighborhood was designed by one person in one specific time. So yeah, this is all work of a single mind. So it's a lot of work. But I prefer when something is drawn not by one person. I think most of the architects agrees on this point, because what is really nice about ancient city or historical city in Italy or elsewhere in the world is the variety of people that have been worked on the city. So you can see a genuine different variety of elements drawn in different times. It's almost like it's more genuine, it's more honest. It's not like a fake variety. Because when you are doing something, you pretend to do something. You can always see the difference. Like you can always see a reason behind. But if you go like maybe if you have done anything by yourself, you can see that there are some repetition in here in your work. But when you are visiting Florence or Venice, you genuinely, if you go to see things, everything has a different style, has different materials, has different type of symbols on their facade, because they are all part of different people, like a different building owned by different people. Yeah. Okay. See, here, the key thing is to keep a little bit of gap between the building and the vegetation in front. I think here is good. I want to add some more detail and shadow in here. Okay, let's draw some shading here and here. So I want to express the tile on top of the roof. And some more shading. Okay, so here I've got some bas relief in here and some rectangle motif here. They're all good to add richness and texture to the facade. So what I would do is just to highlight where they are and add some black, darker shading parts every now and then. And here as well. And I will maybe highlight some of the window reflection. So when I do reflections in windows, I do normally not tend to fill everything, but I can do like some shading on the top and leave other parts of the windows white, because that could suggest that these elements are the reflection from somewhere else, like from something in front of it, which reflects the light. And the reason I'm doing this is when you're drawing something completely pitch black, you won't be able to highlight any reflection. So in order to looks like something reflected on the glass, you want to draw something bright in a contrast with something dark. So yeah, this is the way I do windows, for example. I hope it makes sense. But you can ask me a question afterwards, after this live session at the end. I'm happy to, I will be happy to give you some answers at the end. So here is very key to have these long shadows. These long shadows basically suggest that these windows are recessed within these arc elements. I think here is fine. Let's add more shadow here. We are almost there. Got more things to do here. And then let's add more shadow in this portion. So here is all very dark. And in here is very, it's also very dark, but has some decoration here. So I want to add a dense hatch, but then in here you can add a lighter hatch around the window. And then I think I want to add more shadows, and then at the end put some dotted line. You can put some dotted line to express the texture. I will see at the end. Let's go through all the shadows elements in the drawing first. So here's dark as well. And then the other side of this loggia is even darker. So essentially this part is darker because it's on the other side of the sunlight, so it doesn't receive any sunlight. And also it's darker because the roof casts the shadow from the diffuse light on the top from the sky, so it will look much darker than the other side. So here it's all dark, you cannot distinguish much. And okay, let's highlight some elements. We haven't drawn anything on this facade, so let's do that. Uh, And by the way, guys, I'll be traveling from the next week quite a lot. So I will be in New York from next Friday, and I just if you any of you guys are from New York or have been there, I'm looking for recommendations about where to draw, some nice places, uh, restaurant to eat. Yeah, if you guys been there or you're local, let me. What would be like uh, the five most beautiful places in New York for you, and the five best restaurants to eat in New York? Yeah, that would be nice to know. Actually, yeah, I would look. I will. I won't have much time, but I want to do a few sketches, and that actually is quite fun, because in this challenge I draw the little island, and miraculously, I'm gonna draw the little island in real life very soon. That is one of my place I want to be. I want to go and draw. So yeah, I've got one. But if you guys have any other places that you think is nice, just let me know in the comments below. Okay, here is a balcony. There is a balcony here. And then the week after Easter, I will be in Italy. So, well, that's my hometown, so I know where to go. Yeah, but if you guys are, any of you are free after Easter and want to go to sketch around together, let me know. I'll be happy to join you. Hmm. Ed said bottom seems okay. Yep. Then the text I think would be nice here at the bottom. Yeah, I sometimes jump around a lot from doing one thing to another. Okay, here I think there's a lot of shadow in here. So I would draw roughly where the black values are, and then I will go over with a medium hatch to highlight the shadow. So I think the end of the building is roughly here. No, maybe it's earlier. It's here. So let me draw some of this window as well. And then, yeah, let's not forget to draw the shadow inside here. It's key to have them. And there are some nice decoration underneath the arch. It's very nice to have them because it gives a lot of texture. And then we can draw everything inside dark. And here it's nice to keep a bit of space. Uh, okay. Okay, and I've got, there is something, a decoration, something here. I will draw some dotted, some bubbles here, because I want to highlight the column. It would be nice if the column is in like 100% white, and then everything behind has a hatch. So this is the way you can highlight these columns. I will put some bubbles here. Okay, it's nice also to catch the shadow of this tree on the facade. So it would be nice to have some shading in here, some dapple lights in here. So dapple lights has some areas in shade and some areas bright. And here is all dapple light. I think that gives a nice sense of composition, and you can read that these trees is actually interacting with the building you're drawing. So here it's nice to put some dapple light shading, and then go over with a medium, then medium hatch. Actually, it's not even medium. This is pretty dark. This part is pretty dark, but I think this is enough. I think maybe here's fine to have this detachment. Um, okay, maybe here can go even darker because it's really underneath this canopy, and it's very, very dark. You can create some nice contrast in here. And of course underneath here as well, it's very dark. So okay, I think here's fine. And it's done. Let's add more shadow in here. I think it's really nice when you highlight these arches and these recessed spaces. Oh yeah, let's not forget about the shadow on top in here. There is a medium red shading in here as well. That goes back to here. And then, yeah, I think here as well. It's a very complex shadow composition. but I think the key is really understanding um, where the shadows are and how the shadow can reveal the architecture shape. Like, for example, in this instance, under the roof, it's key to have a very strong shading, almost pitch black, so you can read the roof better. Yeah, I think this is pretty good. Um, what else we have here? And guys, there is always the moment of the animals in the sky. So we have a nice clean sky. What do you think would be nice to have there? Let me know in the comments. Let's see what to draw. Let's decide together what we can put there. It can be birds, it can be balloons, airplanes, clouds. Um, what else? Oh well, it could be like a clean sky like this. Yeah, I guess it could be. But the funny thing about the challenge is draw together. So, guys, let me know your thoughts. And yeah, you tell, and I will do. Sooty Falcon, Shala, or Eagle Ray. No, Eagle Ray is not possible because it's underwater. What's the other one? Sooty Falcon. What's the other birds? So if you don't know, Charla is one of my colleagues. So we have this. I've been working on something. I cannot tell publicly. It's a professional secret, I guess. But we are basically doing drawings about certain projects, and there are always some animals that the clients want to add, and therefore Sooty Falcon is always one of them. So I always had to have a Sooty Falcon somewhere in the drawing, or a turtle in the drawing, or something like that. So it's been quite funny. So yeah, this is where this joke is coming from. If you have followed um, the past challenges. If you not, you can go back and watch the videos of each of the episodes. They are all saved in my YouTube channel, and subscribe if you haven't done that yet. Yeah, you won't be missing any upcoming news and about drawings or I do. Oops. Oh no 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 no. This is old. I do videos on YouTube as well. Although my YouTube channel is quite recent, it's quite new. So I don't have much there, but I started to do videos like drawing vlogs about my drawing like sketch crawls around London. I've done few of them um, around London, and yeah, I will keep doing that when I have time, of course. And yeah, if you subscribe and put the notification on, you won't miss any upcoming videos from that channel. Okay, so I've done the branches. Yeah. So I really want to see these branches, so I want to color them in a strong hatch. I want to draw a few more of them. Yeah, I think this is enough. And so I think I can add more shadows in here. Let me just add a few more. I'm just double checking the hue. I think we can add more darkness in here. So the hue basically is the balance between the darker part of the drawing and the brighter part of the drawing. So hue is very, very important when you draw with ink, but it applies in other techniques as well, like watercolor and gouache color. Um, it's important because it gives the eyes like hints to how the shape inside your build your composition are, and help your eyes to read your composition. For example, when you have a dark, like shaded elements like the roof under, so when you have a roof, if you have a really dark hue under the roof, you will immediately understand that this element is projecting and cast the shadows on the wall underneath it. So you can immediately tell it with the contrast and hue. So it's very, very important to have that right in the drawing. Okay, so I think I've done the most of them. So there are a few ones underneath here, and then the few dark elements in here. There are some trees, but I think most of them are covered. Uh, yeah, I think it's all right. Okay. Um, let me. So let's see what animals did you guys suggested. Oh, Burial. Hi, Burial. Welcome back. Hi, are you sketching today? I find it's difficult to draw different shades of shadows. Yep, I will answer this question when I finish. Oh, maybe now. I will answer maybe while I'm drawing because I'm doing actually shadows. I like the clouds you draw. The clouds, like before. Yeah, I think that could work. I will draw some clouds for sure. Yay, you're drawing. Finally, finally. um, yeah, what techniques are you using? How are you drawing? With an iPad or with the ink? Uh, Ed, a cat. Maybe a cat. Yes. Where would you like the cat? Where would you like to have the cat? On the roof, on the streets, or in the foreground? Keep in mind that I will draw the text here. So yeah, maybe it could be somewhere in here, near the fountain, maybe. And on Instagram, Diaz her comics said pterosaur. I think it's a dinosaur, right? Yeah, a dinosaur in the center of Rome. That would be nice. Actually, it's a nice idea. But I don't know how a pterosaur is. It's a flying one. It's the flying dinosaurs. Yeah, maybe it's birds and clouds. When you create your book, yeah, I'm gonna run through these comments later when I finish the drawing. Yeah, I've got a few ideas for for animals, and I've got a cat somewhere. I will have a cat, and I will have some clouds in here. Yeah, let's add more details in underneath the tree because let's remember that this in this scenery the sun is coming from the top. The sun is on the almost it's quite high in the sky. So and it is behind us. If you can see here, you have some shadows that is belong to the building under behind the observer. So I think it's quite important to highlight the bottom part of the trees. In here, you can see that all the shadows are at the bottom. And I think in here, I'm gonna highlight some shadows as well. And it's very important to highlight the shadow here where the foreground bushes are, because with this contrast you will highlight the brighter part of the bush on the top. And then as here again, let's draw the pole. It's important to highlight the bottom part of this bush as well, and there are a few more shadow to make it more three-dimensional and not too flat. And by doing this shadow, you will highlight the bright part of the little wall underneath of the fence. So it's all an exercise of shadow and dark and bright. Is hue again. We are coming back to the principle of giving contrast to the objects. So in here, to highlight this column, what you need to do is just to draw some shadow here. And here as well. I've got statue in front of the bush, so it's nice to highlight the contour of the statue with the shading. So these are all useful tricks to highlight your elements. Okay, what else we have? Yeah, it's always good to have some dotted lines to blend the bush a little bit more. And then there are some palm tree here. So palm trees are quite nice. I like palm trees because of the big leaves that they have, and there is always an opportunity to highlight the bottom part of the trees to give them more weight. You can have more of them, I think it's nice to have some vegetation behind. Okay, I think that's enough. Yeah, we've got some more in here. And then let's highlight the top of this column by having some contrast with the palm behind. Yep, same here. Okay, I think that's enough. Let's put some shadows in here as well. Underneath this, here you have some horizontal elements in the column. If we don't want to miss them. And then the gap between the gate and the column as well. And then let's add some texture in this. I will add just I will hint at vertical lines of this gate, but I don't want to make it too heavy. I think that's all right. There is a double line in the wall, and then I think here there is a double line here as well, and some texture. Yeah. Okay. Let's add more shadow in here. I actually didn't put any people in this composition. I think it's all right. I will put the cat now. And let's put the text. So this is I Villini. So Villini delle fate. Okay, and oops, I made a mistake here. It's all right. Fate. Today is the last challenge. Day number 14. No, 13. 1 3. And today is the 10th of April 22. Yeah, let me guys know if you want to see another season of this challenge in the future. I want to put the actually I run out of space for the signature, but doesn't matter. I will put the signature here. I think still work. And let's put some shading. And more than that, in I think around next week, I'm gonna tell you who won the selection of the best location of this challenge, and the winner will receive the original drawing of that location that I drew. So I'll be posting, basically shipping my drawings to whatever you are, and yeah, I hope you will receive it. I'm still thinking. I don't have an answer yet. There are a few that I really like, and yeah, I will let you guys know next week, somewhere next week on Instagram. So keep following in these days. Okay. I want a cat. So maybe the cat could be. I think I want the cat to climb somewhere in this fountain. Maybe the cat can climb on top, and then I will make the cat quite dark. It's a black cat, and yeah, that could be work. That could work. What do you guys think? And then I will draw some clouds and birds in here. But actually, maybe I will draw the birds. I think it's enough because the clouds. I don't want to draw the sky on this one because it's maybe it could work. I'm just worried that I don't have enough white here to create enough contrast with the sky. So maybe I can draw an angle, a cloud here somewhere, and then draw this angle. I will try with the pencil first. Let me draw the cat. And I'm not a very good cat drawer. So I want to find a cat somewhere on Google. Google, tell me how to draw cats. Ah, when I type cats, Google just gave me a series of crazy cute cats. You know when you open Instagram and you have a cascade of images of cute cats and you can't stop looking at them. I hope I won't be staring at cats for the rest of the streaming. That would be incredibly embarrassing. So I will choose one cat and then a good cat, black cat, and draw it. Oh, come on, give me a cat, give me a cat, give me a cat. Oh yeah, this is good. Okay. Cats are really difficult to draw. More than dogs, I think. But they are my favorite animals. Uh, it's just very difficult to draw. Near the fountain, yes. Of course, we want another one. No worries about the cat. No, no, Ed. I will draw that cat. I found it already. So I will draw somewhere in the fountain here. Since I never draw cats really in my drawings, so I want to do it right. And I want to draw a cat climbing on top of the fountain. And it will be totally black. So it's nice to draw where you have some white. And here is the perfect place. So you have a pointy ear and then a really long tail and an agile leg. Oh, and yeah, I think like this. Ed, what do you think? Do you have preference of colors? Although only can give you two colors, white or black, and I think it's gonna be black. In Italy, black cat is extremely bad luck. Italian people are really superstitious, but I love them. What do you guys think? Where are you from? Do you fear black cats? I don't even know where this fear of black cats coming from. I don't know. I would rather believe that the black cats are just deja vu, like in Matrix, rather than like bringing bad lucks. A nice, cute cat. Ta-da! What do you guys think? Yeah, I think it's nice. It's nice. Not bad. Not bad. A bad idea at all. Um, yeah. So let's go back to the drawing. And oh, I quite like this cat. Really nice. Um, I think I can add some more details in the rock where the frogs are. So this is a frog, but I can't really see much in this picture because it's very low res. And actually, there is a man here. There's a man crawling nearby the frog. It's interesting. It's very interesting. So I will draw just black, some black shadows here, and then I think that's it. I don't want to overcomplicate this. I think this frog is coming from some mythological tales. Like, I don't know, maybe in ancient Greek there is a god of frog. I only know in Japanese culture, in Buddha, in the Shintoism, there is a god called Kappa. It's the gods of with a with it's basically a frog, a green frog with hands and legs. Um, yeah, it's a human shape frog, basically. I think it's good to have some contrast here, and then and then some detail in here in the shadow. I think it's also probably it's good to just give yeah. I wonder. Now I will leave this as it is for now. Okay, I think it's fine. Uh, I'm quite happy about the bottom part. Now I want to give some effects on the top. Uh, it's almost done, guys. Oh gosh. What animal did you put in your drawings? I want to just draw some contrasted leaf here. And then I think I will finish the drawings. It's important to have some black balance in here. Okay. And I think here as well. All right. I'm almost done with this. So guys, if you have any questions, please write in the comments. Um, and for Instagram, you have there is a session. I think there is a button where you can ask questions. So if you use that feature, I can read the question straight away without scrolling through all the comments. So that would be helpful. So now I want to add some birds. Birds. Yeah, I will add some typical birds. I think pigeons are the most common birds in Rome. I can be sure about that. Normally in Italian city, it's just pigeon everywhere. And I also want to give some weight in here. And then in the wall. So you can read the top of the surface of the road a little bit more. Okay, I think I'm happy about this. Oh yeah, the texture. Yeah, I almost forgot about the texture. I think I want to highlight the color of this one. But actually, I won't draw the color, but I want to draw some bubbles here. I think it's good to be able to catch some of this texture. Yeah, I think it is one of the um, key characters of this building. I think it's nice to have them in. And I go where the shadows are as well. And here, on the top. Yeah, I think it's fine. I'm quite happy about this. All right. Let me guys know what you think about the drawing. Here it is. I will publish this in Instagram. I will post this soon. And post your drawings as well. Whoever have drawn this with me. I'm glad that you have, and I hope you enjoyed this drawing this with me. And what do you think about the time? Do I do too slow or too quick? Yeah, let me know all these uh, comments from you. So the next time it will be better. All right, let's go through the comments. Oh, oh. Oh, thank you very much, Ed. Great sketch, Andrea. Thank you. Have you drawn, Ed? I'm curious to see if you how you interpreted these drawings or any of the drawings that I've done before. No, thanks very much for following me all in all these episodes, and Barry as well. Barry Zhang, you are you are the best. I can't find a better word to say that. So I'm reading in my sketch pad. So Barry Zhang, you're drawing with ink. I'm the only person on Earth that don't have an iPad. Um, yeah, I think you will have one day. You will have. We are going. Everyone is going towards the future. iPad is the future. But it's good that you draw on paper. That will be always there. Even we are going to the future. Uh, Knowing how to draw on real paper helps a lot. So keep doing this. Yeah, keep doing this. Like cloud you draw. Yeah, unfortunately I didn't draw the clouds because I think otherwise it would be too busy in here. But maybe you can try. See how it is on your one if you drawn anything. Chagla, are you drawing today as well? Yeah, you're drawing on iPad, of course. I'm looking forward to see your digital version of Villini delle Fate. I'm really looking forward. Are you doing with colors as well? Just out of curiosity. Well, I'm gonna see that anyway. So and publish all the other drawing that you did. I think they are great. You should do more drawings, and you should publish them as well, so people can see, and you will have feedbacks from people. This is improving is all about feedbacks. Thank you. Let's go to Instagram. Hello guys, how have you been doing? I can't watch. I don't even know if this is in focus, Instagram, but it's a miracle that my phone handled the, every sketch crow that every live sketch that I've been doing. I thought it would crash at some point. Oh, there are so many notifications. So I will start from the top since this is the last challenge. I'm from Istanbul. Simplify complex building is something I want to improve. Yes. Yeah, I think I answered this at the beginning. I think it's not easy to simplify. It's always a great of like a lot of work thinking about what you want to keep, and then you just take away what you don't need. It's a slow process, but it will take time to master. So don't be rush. Don't rush. You will have time to do that. Hey Daniel Bondsgar, nice to see you too. Nice to see you. Where are you calling from? Where are you watching from? Sorry. Joined. Some people wrote in Arabic. Sorry, I cannot read Arabic yet. Not yet. But thanks for your message. Emanuele! Yay! Grande Emanuele! Okay, guys, the person who submitted this location is in Instagram, and yeah, he's from he's a local from Rome, so he knows Rome very well. So yeah, thank you very much for this amazing location. If you have, I wouldn't even know the existence of this place if not for you guys. I'm from Iran and so happy to see you. Paradise ABZ. Good to see you. Good to see you too. How are you doing? Are you drawing from Iran? Oh my god, this is so nice. This is the thing I like about online drawings. It's like you can meet people literally from everywhere. Like it's amazing. This is the reason that I want to do more. Maybe not just in my place. This is my place slash studio. It's not very big. But maybe I want. Maybe in the future I will think about to do some live drawings, like on in open air outside. I've been trying to do some of them, like in London, but I need to think about more in detail how to hold the camera and everything. Because when I'm outside, I'm basically holding my camera with my left hand and draw with my right hand. So it's not easy always. It's not easy every time. Um, but yeah, I love when people are watching this from place I don't know. I never been. And actually, I've got few friends from Iran. Um, they are from Isfahan. One of them are my university colleague, university friends, uni friends, and yeah, it's been a long time I haven't seen them. Um, they show me amazing places in Iran. Actually, you should have submitted something from Iran. Actually, I saw some pictures from Isfahan. It's beautiful. One of the most beautiful places I think I've seen. Yeah, Parandis. Please send me something from Iran, from your hometown. Where are you from? Arts Hubi, you're so skilled. Thank you very much. From your thumbnails, it's a drawing you drawn. That looks amazing. Are you an artist as well? It is not hard drawing with a fountain pen. Yeah, I think I agree. If you got used to fountain pens, it's not that difficult. You just need to you just need to understand some key principles to how to keep the nib steady and leave a consistent ink flow and things like that. But other than that, is I think it's a pleasure. One of the most beautiful and expressive tool uh, that are in the world. I really love it. And keep reading. Text on the bottom, closer to the frame. Yep, I did it. What do you think? Great view, my friends. Thank you, Daniel. Keeping. This Instagram is funny. It tells you everyone that has joined with a notification with the chat as well. So I literally have to scroll the whole notification panel. Oh, so Sunny Colors Art. Yeah, we met before, I think, on Urban Sketches group. When you create your book, are you referring to the book I planned to do this year? Are you talking about that? If yes, yeah, I think I haven't. Well, I have an idea to create a book, a story, illustration book about the words after pandemics, um, and I was planning to do by the end of this year, and yeah, I still haven't started. Well, I had started with some of the drawings, but I haven't got the idea clear in my mind for the story yet. I will think about that. And if you guys like this idea, yeah, please just let me know that you would like to see a book about that in the future. And that's my plan for this year. I hope I can realize. I hope I can make it true somehow between jobs and other stuff. Yeah, I need to maybe to have few months and focus on that to make a book because I want to make a good book, good illustration book. I've got some type of books in mind, so I would love to try. Okay, I think. Oh, there is another one. Here. Okay, I think that's it. Anything? Leaving the moment. So yeah, Beryl asked any tip for shadows. Yes, I forgot about that. Sorry. Um, so you asked about how to do different type of shadows. If I'm not wrong. Yeah, shades of shadows. I will maybe show you quickly, very quickly. Yeah, let's use this. No, this is not very nice. Ah, don't worry. Let me start a new page. So hope you can see, and you hope you are still there. Um, so I did a video about shadows and different to do different hue of shadows, but on my class 101 online class. So you guys can watch some of these videos to have like a better understanding of hue and shadows. But basically, to express different shadows, I normally use vertical lines, but you can use horizontal lines or cross lines. And I normally draw vertical shades by doing with a bigger span first. I called rare shadow, and then you can add darkness to this shadow by drawing in the middle. So this is how I do shading. So this medium, and of course you can do like one after another one, but I think at the beginning this way is quite useful to um, draw shadows level by level. So you can always go back if you're not happy about a shadow, the darkness of a shadow. Because if you're drawing one after the other one, then you cannot go back. But by doing this exercise, you can always try to do a lighter shading first, and then if you're not happy, just go over. And if you're not happy, again, you can go over. So this is the way I do shadows. I will recommend you to do shadows as well. And this is basically how I add darkness in the shadow. And if you're still not happy about the darkness, I sometimes either do vertical, like cross hatches to make it darker, or sometimes if you want to keep the verticality, let's go here, you can draw even in between, but with a wobbly line, because wobbly line can fill the spaces between very little gaps quite efficiently, and more in a more uniform way. So this is how I do shadows. But your question was also, I find it's difficult to draw different shades of shadow. Hmm. Um, is this what you asked? Did I answer to your question about different shades of shadow, or you have difficult to understand where to put the shadows? Because that is another exercise. Understanding where to put shadows is basically understanding where you want to put contrast. And again, in the Class 101 online class, I explained this in detail. So check the videos, check the online class on their website, Class 101 website, to learn more about how I locate and how I compose the contrast and hue in my drawings. Yes, you've answered my question. Good, great. Thank you for asking, Burial. It's always good to interact with you guys. And yeah, that's it. This is the last drawing challenge of this season. Let's say season of this month. And I had a lot of fun, and I really want to do this again. So that being said, please subscribe to the YouTube channel, my YouTube channel and Instagram channel, to not miss any of the upcoming news about any other challenges that I will do. And yeah, please continue send me your comments, your opinions, your ideas about how we can do another season of this Spin the Globe and Draw challenge. Uh, yeah, and that being said, I will see you very soon then. I hope very, very soon. Keep following, guys. Thank you and good night. Bye.